Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards, and I'm also with my brother to do this.
I've been waiting for this.
He's been waiting for a very long time to join us for one of these AI shows. We're going to start off with the Orderly Bone Seeker. It's a 5-mana 2/2 Vampire Soldier. I actually don't think vampires would be looking for bones. They're looking for blood. There needs to be some flesh on those bones. Huge flavor fail. Flying. If a spell would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage, +1 to that permanent or player instead. That actually sounds like a real card. And also, equipped creatures you control have Blow, Soulship, and Lumbat. Oh my god. They will blow... Yes, they will blow your soul. This sounds very naughty.
Technically, it's the bones that make the blood in our body. That's where it's generated from. So.
Well, how much blood do you think those bones are going to
Oh,
generate?
those are dry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's almost a dry bone seeker instead of a blood bone seeker. Gave up halfway. Well, we don't know what Blow Soulship Blow Soulship the Lombard is. I mean, that sounds like it is some sort of an ability. Blow your own sail on the soul ship. Yeah, we gotta move faster. Does that even work? I don't know. Does that work?
No.
If you brought, like, say
1,000 people,
one of those snow blowers, and put on some sort of a sail on a boat, would that work? I can't tell.
I don't know.
Probably. I think it would work. Of course, it's burning a lot of energy. You know, that snowblower isn't running on solar power. Yeah, my brother is here. Zyber cards for the win. Do you like the first ability? First ability is so neat, though. It's a real ability. I swear to God, this is not the first time we've seen that if a spell would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals that much damage, +1 to that permanent or player instead. Definitely got ripped from somewhere else. Okay, remember, we do have a bingo card for all the bingo fanatics out there, so take a picture of this if you want to play along with the bingos. I will not say this is a gave up halfway type of card because it is describing an ability we have no idea what the mechanics are to. So we just don't know what this Blow Soulship the Lombard is.
I think the Lumbat is the picture thing. The picture. Okay. The wings. That's the Lumbat.
This is the vampire. I mean, it could be a non-flying vampire, and some vampires fly. So this vampire is like, well, why couldn't I fly? Why do some vampires fly? I don't. Oh, new keyword, no room. Okay, we do have that. Good call, toilet duck. Yeah, that's you got it. Sometimes there is a new keyword. No, that's okay. This is real keyword, fake reminder. Do we have new keyword, no reminder? Do we? New keyword, no reminder. There we go. Okay, that actually counts. Okay, Orderly Bone Sea. I mean, I guess it's fine. I have nothing against it except the ability that I have no idea what it does. Moving on, we've got a Shadow the First Tower. It's considered the first tower because it's so tall. 4 mana for a 4/4 dinosaur. This creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. Where's the X coming from? You may sacrifice it. Oh no! When you do, choose one. Each opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. They discard a card. They don't have to discard that card. They can discard anything, apparently. We're choosing things for nothing. The illusion of choice. You stir on the most like rule the reef. Your blessing. Reveal the top card of your library. Put it onto the battlefield. Tap. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost. It must be suspended for the rest of the game. I don't know. This is chaos ensues by all means. This was just completely nuts from beginning to end. It's got to be it may be suspended for the rest of the game. Okay, hold on. Chaos ensues. Look at the squiggly line. This perfectly describes how this card worked. It didn't. Then you may cast it without paying its mana cost.
It's already on the board.
But it must be suspended for the rest of the game, which is then pointless. Because then that is the opposite of being cast. Can you discard that attracts it? No, I think I will discard my swamp. Yeah, I reveal my hand. Choose a card. to let me know what you want me to remove, and I'll discard something else. You have to use reverse psychology. So you like target their land, but looks useless. Oh, they targeted my land. Maybe they like my land. Oh no, it has to be a non-land card, right? Choose a non-land card from it. But then you can actually discard a land anyway. Sheev Lord is like, do we have the one bingo space per card rule? Yeah, we're gonna do one bingo space per card rule. Or do we want to? Okay, this is not a custom AI thing, so it's hard to game. Otherwise, it also hits the undefined X. Okay, that is true. There is an undefined X here. Okay, we'll scrap the rule.
Bottom left.
There we go. Undefined X. Because we had this creature enters with X +1/+1 counters on it. What a wild dino. It's a completely worthless card. Next up, we've got the Stogacker Fall. Is a 2-mana 1/1 Gabo. If this card is in your opening hand, you may begin the game with the death or greater. I love starting the game while I've already lost. Sacrifice a land. This creature gets +2/-2 until end of turn. It just dies instantaneously. Yeah, can I get death? And if you don't get death, well, guess what? The Stogacker Fall will most certainly get death. Yeah, I begin losing. I would love to lose the game instantaneously. Yeah, the ability is okay. I don't know how you would use this card. Like maybe before you play balance, you could sack all your lands because you could sack it on the stack, right? Hold priority, sack a land, 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 then let them all resolve. And of course, the Stogacker Fall is above and beyond dead. It's not gonna come back from that. In Teutonic Nightmare, can I sack my lands at instant speed? What are you going to do now, Stone Rain player? But in response to your Stone Rain, I'm going to sack my land anyway. That was part of my plan the entire time. Although the Stogacker Fall is not going to last very long. We finally found the Death Goblin. What is it? Pauper the Pega? I can't remember what
Copplings died the Pega?
Yeah, Copplings died the Pega. Bingo votes for Death Goblin. Oh, is that on the bingo? Do we have votes for Flying Deeply or Sprout? No Death Goblin, that's for sure. Thanks for all your super chats, Captain Rumia. Take a look at a lot of extra cards once we hit the 1 hour mark. Okay, this card. Well, if it's over in your hand, you may begin the game with the death or greater.
Does this combo with that Snoop card at all?
Very unlikely. in no way at all. Okay, this card's crap. Moving on. We've got Seekers of Morch. This is a 3-mana 1/2. It's an egg. Yes, it is an egg. Shadow. Players can't cast spells during your turn.
Ooh.
This is a real card all around. Okay, so it's unblockable. Also, no, we can't block anything with it because it has Shadow. And players can't cast spells during your turn. It's actually useful. Definitely does have Shadow. This good, very good. So this is an effect usually in white, almost always in white. So the fact that we have this in black, I think a lot of black players actually want this card.
There's a spot on the bingo.
That means you too. No. Got a big no. Can I cast a spell? No. You may not cast a spell here. Okay, that means you too. You can't cast spells on your turn either. Wait, hold on. What? Players can't cast. Oh no! This is terrible.
All players.
Players can't cast spells on your. Well, no. Okay, it is not entirely useless. Hear me out, because no. But you can. No, okay, that's a spell too. So you can still attack. You just have to make sure you do all your casting on somebody else's turn. Make sure all your spells are basically at flash speed, and your deck works perfectly fine anyway. Expa's like, I actually want this card. I don't want anyone casting things on my turn, including me. Yeah, flash and you need flash and instance all day, all night. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. Yeah, usually when I see players can't cast spells during your turn, I just assume it is everyone but me. No, yeah, that means you too. They got the picture there for a description. The picture explains the card. If you have a full board first, this is useful to be uncounterable. Huh? full board first. This is that doesn't make no. People can interact with your board on their turns, you know. We got Ramsey. You need blue, black, and blue. So if you get black and blue, because blue has a lot of flash spells, so that would work. Whatever Ramsey just said. Leon Corgi, has AI Rosewater ever turned players into a land?
Yeah, I think so.
It's turned players into a lot of cards. It is probably an egg. It's in the shadows, so no confirmation. This creates blue-black solitary high tide. The Damn Draw says, exactly, during your turn, if you have a full board, they can't nuke you or anything like that. Yeah, if you have a full board, though, and you pass the turn. No, but how did you get that board? You have to have played it on somebody else's turn. If you played it on somebody else's turn, they can interact with it. I mean, the only thing that you can do, I suppose, is you play a bunch of... You, like, unload at the end of your last opponent's turn a bunch of creatures at flash speed, and they cannot board wipe you. Unless it's an instant speed board wipe. Which I don't even know exists. You play the egg later, is what I'm saying. Well, in response, they can respond. Oh, I mean, on your... Well, I mean, they can... This is not working the way I think you want it to work. Bingo, new design space. This is perfectly regular design space. Shadow is a real thing, and people can't casting their spells on your turn is also a thing. It's just a little weird that the people that can't cast spells includes you. Okay, this is a perfectly legal card. Some might say it's Zybers. I would never play that card. Okay, we have the Disaster of Fury. This is a 3/3 artifact creature giant. It's got trample. Whenever another mouth you control enters, up to one other target permanent you control gains lifelink until end of turn. You may become a color of your choice. If that player is the staff in their hand, you lose the game. How honed? A piercing one. Keep if I see. This is just enough gibberish that I don't think it actually does anything. Okay, so mouth is a creature type. You may become a color of your choice. If that player is the staff in their hand, you lose the game. And another mouth to feed. Oh, okay, now I understand the art now. There's like a million mouths on this card. Bingo, player's a card. That player is the staff in their hand. If that player is the staff in their hand, maybe. Okay, I'll give it to you. Player is somehow always in this game.
Left. Up one.
Where? Oh, here. Change yourself into a color of your choice. Zybers. Somehow the flavor text makes more sense than the rest of the card. I agree with you. To the rank with this crap. We don't need this garbage. Next up, we got World Words is a 5-mana enchantment. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may draw a card. Beautiful. This is basically like a one-sided Howling Mine. When this enchantment leaves the battlefield, sacrifice a creature or land. Oh! This is quite interesting. So the idea is, okay, the upside is it's a one-sided Howling Mine for red. You're literally drawing cards, which is a bit difficult for red. The downside, if anyone blows this up, you have to sack a creature or a land. So it's not a normal card, kind of bad though. It's like, Connor's like, this card's sort of bad. Benjamin Berge, wow, this is pretty good. Bad card. Red needs the card draw. Okay, so there seem to be mixed messages. There's the red players that are like, we need cards. Like, we don't have card draw in this stupid color. It's all looting and rummaging. And then there are people that are like, wow, this, maybe blue players, this is the crappiest card draw effect of all time. Just play, like, Underworld Connections or something.
What about Light Up the Stage?
Technically not card draw. Light Up the Stage just exiles the cards temporarily, and then you either cast them, and if you don't, you lose them.
Well,
you use them or you lose them. It's red card draw for the win. Steve Cooper's like, I like it. Gives red gas. I don't even play Phyrexian Arena anymore because I think it's too slow. Okay, look, Red players, they're desperate, damn it. They're like white players, where they're like, where's our card draw? Where's our card draw? Where's our card draw? Well, Whirl Words is their card draw. And then for the people who don't want to splash another color. Whatever remarkable is a sure run with the power of those who Aaron will unlock behind or feeding to the world. Well, let me tell you what remarkable thing I'm gonna unlock for you, and that is FusionGamingOnline.com. My favorite place to get Magic the Gathering cards, especially singles when I'm building my Commander Modern, sometimes standard decks. Although, you know, the standard... And then when I'm done with those standard cards, I sell them right back to FusionGamingOnline.com. What a way to support my favorite local game store. Deal of the week this week, 20% off all playmats. But if you're in for singles or anything else at FusionGamingOnline.com, don't forget to use coupon code Nikachu at checkout to get 5% off all your purchases. And, of course, it supports the channel. Thank you very much, everyone who supports the channel at FusionGamingOnline.com.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. Whirl Words. Okay, Whirl Words, I should just say, yeah, it's a good card. Oops.
It's a real card.
It's a real card. Wizards could print that card. Okay, next up we get dogs. Nikachu, how do you do the chat pull quotes? Oh, it's through an online client called StreamYard.com. Got a subscription to it. It's beautiful. Dogs to go, border path. It looks like the dogs are eating the people. We don't want to waste that meat, I guess. Half your army's dead. All right, dogs, go get it. Go. It's time to eat. Oh. Destroy target creature and opponent controls. This is broken. This is perpetual. It doesn't stop. It just goes on for forever. Yeah, perpetual creature destruction. What the F? Busted. Ben Berkey's like, this does not work. How does this even work? It's not a spell effect. And you can overload it for 6 mana, of course. You may cast this spell for its overload cost. If you do, change target in its text to each. That's great. So if I overload the dogs to go border path, I can destroy all my opponent's creatures instead of destroying all my opponent's creatures. It's funny, the overload is redundant. Bingo, land that doesn't tap for mana. Oh, do we have that on the bingo card? Bingo, land, still land. Where is it? Do you see it?
No.
Are you making things up? Oh, that might have been an old bingo card. Anyway, that's not on here. Yeah, I don't see it. So overload will be a one-sided Armageddon. Only for creatures. This doesn't destroy lands. It just destroys creatures opponent control. By the way, it also doesn't work. You can't have overload on a land. Lands aren't cast. Not that I know of. What would count as a target unacquired? I don't know. It's gonna be up to you guys. Welcome, Lightning. It's Overland. We've got and Toilet Duck. Unexplored design space, a land with an overload ability. No, this is it's not unexplored design space. This is impossible. You can't do that. You can't have overload on a land because you don't cast lands. I don't know a single land that can be cast. Anyway, so dogs to go border path. The dogs can eat up this card too. Just to your rank with this card. It's broken and it doesn't work. We've got Harbor Changeling. This is an elemental creature. It's a 1/2. When this creature enters or dies, bless the dragon. For each color of an instant or sorcery card in your graveyard, transform this creature. Well, that was fast. It basically doesn't do anything. Angelic Titan with the Spider Human Hero. It's a 2/8 flyer. Whenever Angelic Titan attacks, you may exile a creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. If you can't, you gain 2 life. That's great. And for double red 2 generic tap, create a 3/3 green elephant creature token. This card completely works. So when it enters or dies... Oh no, hold on. Whoa. Look at this. When it dies, it transforms. No, but when it enters, it transforms too. So actually, you can't do anything about it. Oh, the fleshes have been reached.
It's 04.
Where's the fleshes? The reaches the fleshes. Did we even exile? No, we exiled a creature card, but that's fine. The fleshes have been reached. So okay, what's funny about the Harbor Changeling is it's basically a 1-mana 2/8 because when it enters the battlefield, it'll instantly transform. And there's like almost nothing you can do about it unless you have Stifle. Because when the creature enters, you're gonna bless the dragon, change a color, and then transform this creature. And if you try to kill in response, it's still going to trigger to transform. Hold on. Okay, question. If it dies, is it like transformed in the graveyard? Or it just transforms onto the battlefield? If it dies, it triggers, it transforms. I don't think it's going to be on the battlefield, though. Torpor might work, yeah. Old boy says, if you can't instead of if you don't is quite interesting. This card is insane. For the most part, it's a 1-mana 2/8 flyer. Yes, 1-mana 2/8 flyer actually sounds like quite power crept. And you attack, you can exile creatures. But there has to be creatures in the graveyard. And either you're gaining life or you're making 2/2 zombies. Bingo at danger. This is very fair and tame in terms of a lot of the cards that we see on this show. Yeah, actually works. For the most part, May versus can't. Where is this?
In the
if you do create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. If you can't, you gain 2 life. Oh, I see. So like if you have if there is a creature in the graveyard and you choose not to, or sorry, if you just can't get a creature, you just gain 2 life. You're forced to gain the 2 life. No option around it. You can decide not to remove a creature from a graveyard, but you will not get... Is that how it works? If you do... Oh, I see. It's only in the situation where you absolutely can't exile a creature from the graveyard, you gain the 2 life. Really weird. Okay, illegal card. So, it's really weird start, though. Really weird start. We got Lightning Horde, a 4-mana 3/2 dwarf cleric. At the beginning of your upkeep, if your opponents control no creatures, look at the top 7 cards of their library. You may attach an equipment you control to target creature that player controls. Okay, this card is 100% works, but it's so weird. So it's like, okay, if nobody... No, it doesn't work. This is just stupid. Because at the beginning of our upkeep, if our opponents have no creatures, I get to look at the top 7 cards of their library, do nothing with that information, except knowing about it. And then I can attach an equipment I control to target creature that player controls. But how did this only triggers if they have no creatures? So how do I equip something to their no creature on the battlefield? Yeah, but they control new creatures. It's a total look. Yeah, it's not looking at it. We're looking at other stuff. It technically doesn't do nothing because we still get the information of 7 cards on top of their deck. But yeah, the effect contradicts itself. That should be a bingo square, actually. Effects that contradict themselves. It doesn't do nothing. Because
you get the scry.
It's not even a scry. I mean, we just look at the top 7 cards. We get to know if they got lands, they got bombs coming up. I know if I need to get them to shuffle their deck. Lightning Horde equals does not work other than information. That's correct. Maybe they have a trigger that creates a token when someone looks at their library. That would happen after this effect resolves. I have no idea how they get a creature for this.
You're thinking too deep.
First effect is decent. Second does nothing. The first effect sucks. How often your opponent has nothing? Like all your opponents have... okay, maybe it's if it's 1-on-1, this would work. Because you end of turn, kill their creatures to go to your turn. But like in a 4-player game, this is impossible. Just absolutely impossible. You know, look at it refers to the card itself. That's how I am describing look at it, not looking at somebody else's stuff. Or very specifically looking at the top cards of their library. Maybe if they somehow get creatures at your upkeep. Oh wait, okay. To be a upkeep if your opponent's control. No, this is impossible. This effect only resolves if my opponent has no creatures, but if it resolves, then there's no creatures for the thing. Oh my god! Would this count as target unacquired? Do you know what? We'll count it. I don't know, but that seems right. Okay, we get target unacquired. I have no idea what this is for, but do you know what? This feels like this is what it's for.
This target does not exist.
A few seconds ago, we were asking ourselves in chat, like, what the hell is target unacquired? We're like, we're gonna have to run across a card that makes sense for it, and this one looks like it does. The Lightning Horde answered our questions. Okay, technically a legal card, but
Useless.
Yeah, borderline useless. Someone took a crap in the Wizards of the Coast R&D file, and yeah, this thing it's missing a sentence or something. Previous card had the flips. Oh, it did actually. True story. Okay. Where is the flips? Has the flips? Did flip around. Moving on. We've got Battle Reader of Wisdom. 5 mana for a 2/2 frog. Death Touch. This creature face up. It is. Like all other creatures that usually come into play. And for 2 mana, draw a card. Oh my god! That seems absolutely busted. I dislike vague bingos. Well, it leaves it more open to interpretation. The artwork goes, yeah, it's like, get off my property. This is I didn't come to America for nothing.
Yeah.
Can't disguise it, I guess. Oh yeah, you can't disguise it. Will not flip over, I suppose. Busted. The creature is 5 mana. Well, the ability is strong, though. Well, I mean, maybe it's not super strong. Like, this is a very strong draft card, that's for sure. Does this mean another card effect can't flip it down? I would assume that is the case. This card has to be face up. If it were to turn it face down, it'll be face up anyway. Screw off with your Ixodron. Hippity hoppity, you're trespassing on my property! That's great. Ye old art is peak. I guess Arcanus gets to tap for 3 cards for 1 mana more, so he's okay. Bingo alert, unexplored design space, card has to be face up. Okay, sure. It's really weak design space. This is not exactly design space I'm hoping for. There we go, unexplored design space. I get flipped down, but I get flipped up again. Ain't nothing ever gonna keep me down. Okay, this is a pretty hilarious card. I like it. Death Touch. Yeah, it acts like that. Death Touch, and it has the gun. I guess it just don't get too close. Don't get too close. Keep your distance. Bingo doesn't have the flips. Yeah, this is the revert. Yeah, this is the inverted flips. Will not be flipping anytime soon. Next up, we've got Myers Decree. This is a 4-mana enchantment. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control. When this enchantment enters, counter target spell if it has the same name as a non-token permanent. That is so unbelievably specific. Not to mention, we need to be playing like... We need Leyline of Sanctity and... Not Leyline, Leyline of Anticipation in place so that we can play this at instant speed. When a dragon you control dies, exile it. If it's the 3rd time, you gain 9 life. Oh my god, I'm sacking all my dragons. Bingo, wall attacks. This is just a regular card. It has 3 abilities. You need to flash it in. How can it counter without flash? You need something called Leyline of Anticipation. There's a few other cards that will let you play your cards at instant speed too. First ability is broken. The rest technically works, but useless. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control. Hey, look, you got to play with enchantment removal. There's no way around it. You don't play with enchantment removal. And it's funny, if we do get to play this at flash speed, even more powerful. Huge combat blows. Lorenzo says, is it 3 dragons or a single exile dragon somehow dying 3 times? When a dragon you control dies, exile it. If it's the 3rd time, I think you have to kill off 3 dragons. Benjamin Berkey laughs and burn. Hoses. How does a hose mono red prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and planeswalkers you control? Red doesn't care.
Lightning bolts and
yeah, lightning bolts go straight to your face. It's gonna burn your face down. Lily Kazami says most complicated way to say Teferi hates dragons. Could be more complicated. All right, I'll tell you what's not complicated, and that is renting with mana traders. If you play on Magic Online, the digital platform for playing your favorite paper formats like Standard, Pioneer, Modern, Legacy, you can play Pre-Modern, Pauper, Commander, One-on-One Commander. You want to rent all those cards with mana traders. If you love messing around with a lot of formats and brewing, renting cards is cheaper. It's going to be cheaper than trying to buy the entire collection of Magic cards, especially since they're pumping those cards out like crazy. Don't forget, however, when you rent cards with mana traders, use coupon code Nikachu at checkout. Sorry, coupon code Nikachu_AHL for 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription. Have the power of all the cards with mana traders. And back to our regularly scheduled programming. This card, it works. No, this card is good. The second ability is really hard to use, though. That's all. It's just really hard to use. Trip Fontaine is like, it's kind of busted. It's like a moat, but your creatures get to attack and can't be killed in combat. That's right. So for me as a blue player, it's Zybers. 100% Zybers. I like it. You mean there's no third party, completely free to play online MTG simulator? Well, there's other stuff out there. You can play. There's definitely like
Cockatrice.
Yeah, there's Cockatrice, but I mean, you get what you pay for. Let me just tell you that. You get what you pay for out there. If you want online competition, if you want to feel like you're playing against a human, how do I put it? I don't want to insult the Cockatrice players out there. If you want to feel like you're even remotely challenged when you're playing competitive formats, you want to play on Magic Online and rent with mana traders. Okay, we got Death Repeat. That sounds terrible. I mean, if you die once, ideally you only die once in life. This is a green sorcery. Untap target snowland you control. It deals damage equal to its power to any target. This does nothing. It doesn't have... Oh, no! Okay, sorry. No. I apologize. There are creature lands out there. Yeah, you could animate a creature land. It now has power and toughness. Hold on, a snowland? Is that like just one creature? How many snowlands are there? It's not any land. It has to be a snowland. There are creature snowland. There's a few. Like, how many creatures are there? Okay, there's it needs to be land, snow, and I'll just put has to have creature in the text.
Wow.
Oh, there's a how many are this? Okay, we have Dark Depths, we have Faithless Haven is the only one I remember. I guess there's Frostwalk Bastion, and then the Mouth of Ronom. I don't think Dark Depths counts because it's not a creature. You can't animate that into a creature. So we have three options here. It's Faceless Haven, Frostwalk Bastion, and Mouth of Ronom. So this card is outrageously narrow, but it's legal. Earthbend any snowland? Oh, great point. Great point there, Marcia. Yeah, that's true. You can turn lands into elementals. No, but you're talking about like the earthbending stuff. Earthbending support. Oh god, more Badger Mole Cub support. That's right. Badger Mole Cub is going to become an archetype in its own for Beyond Standard. I love the fact that you can fight a player with this since it's any target. Yeah, this player's gonna win usually. Once again, Earthbend breaks everything. It still untaps land, so you can copy this on the stack somehow. It could go mana positive. I have no idea how you're doing that. Are you talking about like, oh, so it's untapping the land, so if you can like copy it by tapping the land for mana? Or Awaken support. Everyone forgets Awaken exists now because of Earthbending. We got Sea Guy. Thermal Flux stocks rising, maybe. So very good for earthbending, but otherwise not so much. I don't know. I think this card is just awkward. But whatever, it's legal. I'm unbound the cliffs to long side, says Krovax. Krovax says a lot of things, doesn't he? Transform the elf. It's creepy. Okay, we have Artifact Mantle. It's a 3-mana 3/3 human advisor. Artifact Mantle enters the battlefield with 2+1/+1 counters on it. So it's basically a 5/5. Pay 1, remove a +1/+1 counter from Artifact Mantle. Create a 0/1 colorless transfer the elf creature that's tapped and attacking, but has no power. Any player may activate this ability. Other people can activate this thing to remove the counters and then shrink my stupid creature to a 3/3. And we got Transfer the Elf. And is very excited to get into the red zone for reasons I don't understand. Nightmare Fuel, yeah. Wait, it's free because it taps a land for... Oh, you're talking about the last card? It is free. Benjamin Berkey's like, this is whack. Attacking outside the combat steps. Oh, you're right. Remove a +1/+1. Yeah, this card doesn't work. Can't be attacking at my upkeep.
New design space.
Me when I step on a Lego. Me when I step on a Lego. Yeah, how I feel. Where the hell did this art come from?
I like it.
It's real. This has it's been, the artist has been credited at the bottom. Teutonic Nightmare is like, oh, you guys thought you were doing something by removing all the +1/+1 counters? You just made my blasphemous act cheaper. Oh, putting more creatures in play. But they're not putting them in play. They're coming into play tapped and attacking. Leon Corgi says, the flavor is Frosty the Snowman gets a laser. I don't know what this is. You have 5 mana. You can have it and 2 elves. If you have only 3 mana, then someone else will have 2 elves. You know what? People can fight over this ability. So if I pay 1 to activate it, someone could be like, in response, I'm going to pay 1 to activate it. No, in response, I'm going to pay 1 to activate it. So it's an interesting ability in that sense. But it doesn't work. It's just that you can't have creatures come into play tapped and attacking at any time that they want. What if they activate this ability on your turn? Who token belongs to? It's whoever activated it. Moving on, we've got Essence. This looks like some scientist working with radioactive material from, I don't know, a 1920s movie or something. So this is a 5-mana enchantment for 2 mana. Morp B. Trans from the top of your library. Made absolutely no sense. This is nothing. This is just a bunch of gibberish. Morp B. And what's trans in this context from the top of your library?
It's at the bottom of the last card. This is about trans awareness.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Where?
Down. It says right on, Transfer the Elf. Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
Oh. So it's like, okay, no, but okay, so I understand. But in this context, it has no ability. They're just using the word trans for trans Day of Visibility. Is that a pride flag behind the artwork?
Yes.
The the borders here. I was looking in the border, not in the artwork. There's nothing in the artwork. Bingo does nothing. No, I don't know. It technically, you can't have does nothing for a card that doesn't make any sense. It's gotta be. It's morphing time. Let's get it. We were gonna make our the Transzord. Morp B is a ship in FTL. What's FTL? You know? Something. I want to see it's something Team League or something, but
I got no idea. That one I don't know.
From instead of transform, it's a typo. Oh. But still, well, that still doesn't help. Morp B, transform the top of your library. Transform it into what?
That's right.
FTL is a game. That I assume. Oh, Faster Than Light. It's a game. Never heard of it. Are we boomers now?
If it isn't Super Hexagon, I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I'm just out of touch with the youngins these days. See, I don't even know I barely know what roguelike games are.
That I know what that is.
I just know like they have those they have loot boxes and that's it. I don't know why that's so special because like every game has loot boxes now. If you don't
Mario
have
had a loot box.
if you don't have loot boxes, how are you making money anymore? How does any of these games make money? FTL came out in 2012, I think. Okay, yeah, well, we're getting old. I know, I'm too old. I want to be up to date with what the kids are up these days, but I don't know. Okay,
stop playing Magic.
Magic is locking me into old age. This card does nothing, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a bunch of gibberish. Do we have gibberish on here? It's not quite a chaos and it's like the problem is it's not quite a chaos ensues card. Not to mention we've already got chaos ensues marked off. We got Scun for 2 mana. It's a Trop Menace instant snack. I would not eat that for a snack. This looks like mold that it's like the burger grew mold that then grew a burger on top of it. Rement for Kabiki. Scun. Artifacts become a tapped artifact creature. Interesting.
Like stun, but for artifacts.
Yes, it is. I don't know what Rement for Kabiki is.
Well, that's your problem.
This is a real... Thank God they actually gave us an explanation for Scun. Artifacts become a tapped artifact creature. But then it should also mention something to the effect of, like, okay, how big are those creatures? Like, what's its power and toughness? Usually the power and toughness are equal to the mana cost of that artifact. Usually. So it is some tech. Artifacts become a single artifact creature, like they all combine together. Oh, wait a minute. Artifacts... Oh, yeah, you're right. Artifacts become a tapped artifact creature. They all meld together.
So, Katamari Damacy.
They all... Yeah, exactly. I like that game.
That's a good one.
Unfortunately, I'm not a PlayStation person, so I couldn't, like, own it. Scun sounds like a canned food substance. Probably is. It's like Spam. We have a guest? Yeah, my brother. Have you ever heard of him before?
Watch the game.
Scun is new design space. We already got that one, though. New design space has been labeled. The card type sounds some new age compliment.
The instant snack.
Also, they would never untap, so that's a static ability. I think that's good. I think that's interesting. So it's basically like... it's acting like a null rod. It's a null rod, but they're creatures. So in theory, people can untap them. In theory, if you can force it to be untapped. Does the combined mega artifact creature die immediately due to Scun not giving it any toughness? Yeah, that's the thing. So I don't think this card works because it didn't specify what their power and toughness is. So I just assume all the creatures die instantly. They're all dead. Wait, so Nikachu's human and has a brother? That's right. I'm human, or I'm AI and I have a brother. It's easy I can have multiple brothers if I'm AI. If I'm actually AI. Trop Menace instant snack sounds like a sleeper agent activation phrase. All right, execute Trop Menace instant snack.
I need that move.
And away we go. Next up, Domri's Battle. Domri's Battle's happening over here, though. Okay, well, it's a 5-mana legendary artifact. Commander Enchantment. Oh, it sounds like a super aura for 3 mana. Okay, so I guess we can put this on a commander. Now, that is new design space. Is there anything like that? Do they have commander enchantments already? Is there any enchantments specifically for commanders? Whenever Eldurink lies, investigate 3 times. It sounds like an uncard. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may attack each combat if able, and tap the next 1 damage that would be dealt this turn can't be prevented. The next 1 damage... That is real. Well, when you desperately need to get 1 damage in.
It adds up.
Domri is battling a cube. Those work slightly differently, though. Is lying a keyword ability now? Combos with Cheaty Face? Don't we have an uncard? Or is that for maybe it's for the custom card bingos? Because that whenever Uldurink lies, I don't even know what. Okay, maybe that's a different ability or a card with an ability. Does this work on commanders in the command zone? I would assume no. I think this can only come into play as those cards, like the cards in the command zone, are only a permanent when they're in play. What is a commander enchantment? You can cast it from the command zone. That's a good question, actually. You know, I looked at it first at like it was a commander aura, but why would it be like that when it's a legendary artifact? You know what I think? Actually, you know what? I think you're right, Leon Corgi. This is like a card that sits probably at the beginning of the game in the command zone. So as additional cost to cast the spell, you may attack each combat if able. That's impossible. Okay, I can't even believe I skipped over that. This card does nothing.
No.
Board it. I cannot.
All right, off to the yank with it.
You may attack each combat if able. So it's basically what I have to. I get an emblem that says you must attack each combat in exchange for casting this card. It's not even for free. That's such a downside. It's in addition to playing this card. Welds of Eldrunk had some untrustworthy cards in it, apparently. A lot of liars out there. I'm with you, Tletna, to the rank with this card. In response to you declaring attackers, I declare attackers too. Two can play at this game. Okay, next up we got Monoist Rot, a 4-mana 5/5 human soldier. The creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, destroy target artifact. That is sick. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters. So you can get rid of those counters, though. That's pretty easy. And then when we tap this thing, even with Springleaf Drum, we start blowing up people's artifacts. I think this is a neat card. This is 100% legitimate. Perfectly fair draft card. I think there's some... I think that there are some commander players that would like this card, particularly for the destroy target artifact ability, because it is continuous. Cries an artifact synergy if you're an artifact deck. Bingo alert. This card Zybers. Okay, for this we need a vote. Does this card Zyber to people? There are people that they fall in love with the card, and we know it's Zybers, but we need a vote here. Wait, we have. I got a second person who said so. Zyber, ship it. Put in the commander precon. If the opponent has no artifacts, destroy your artifact when tapped. It's not a May ability. Yep, that's correct. So I mean, you do have to blow up your own artifact one way or another. All right, we're going to agree that it's Zybers. Here's our Zybering card for the day.
Top right.
Did we get a bingo here?
We're close.
Yeah, we're on our way. We just need something that breaks the color pie. Keep your eyes out, people. Keep your eyes out. That's the card balanced itself.
Well, that red card that draws, didn't that break the color pie?
Slightly, but you know what? They have to make mention of it. You don't mention it, 2 cards later, it's too late. I'm okay with the last card, but not cards that were 50 cards ago.
Darn. All right.
Surefire Cell says, I still think it's funny that Mickelson Lattice breaks everything that cares about artifacts. Yeah, always. Always will be. Imagine playing artifact lands, then your opponent plays this. So no. And there are cards out there, like, what's it called? Paradise Mantle, that'll let you, like, re-tap this card. You know, you could get some tapping, untapping synergy with the Monoist Rot. Oh, no, sorry. Paradise Mantle taps this thing. Oh, I don't know how to untap this card. Yeah, I don't know how to untap this card. Okay, cool card. We're all in love with the Monoist Rot. Next up, Glare the Flames. This is a 2-mana sorcery. Glare the Flames deals 5 damage to target player or planeswalker. Holy smackarolies! You gain life equal to that card's mana value. If it's a human creature, what? You gain life? This is the craziest lightning helix of all time. If it's a human creature card, this saga. Oh, dang. Yeah, the saga deals damage equal to that creature's power to that permanent, unless they control the spell. Okay, this is a gave up halfway card. This is an official gave up halfway card. So you gave up halfway card. Like the first half, they had us in the first half. It felt real. And then the second half, it was just like they were speaking another language. Good morning, Saigon. Bingo color pie break. What, to deal red damage?
Yeah.
Well, I think the color pie break they're talking about is the gaining life part.
Yeah.
No, the card wasn't legal, so I'm not saying that the gain life made sense. Still works if the planeswalker is a human, like Gideon. Oh, it's so hard though because this is a sorcery, and Gideon needs to be animated. Bingo, wall of text. If it's a human creature card. If it's a human creature card. Yeah, catch this thing.
It's a spicy jump meat.
This reminds me of the sand lion in Aladdin. You know, the Cave of Wonders. It's giving me those vibes, even though like the Cave of Wonders came from the ground. I mean, this one also might have came from the ground. Who disturbs my slumber? Touch anything but the lamp. They touch the lamp, and then all of a sudden, if it's a human creature card, the saga deals damage equal to that creature's power to that permanent unless they control the spell. Yeah, it's a very anti-Gideon card. All right, I'll give it to you. It's not clear to me that this card even intended to gain life. Okay, we got breaks the color pie, which means we do have a bingo. Oops, where's...
Da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, how do I change the color here?
You need to learn the software. There you go.
I did learn the software. It's not that intuitive, believe it or not. Okay, we got the Boosh Boon. It's a Boosh. Green X. Instant. Balking creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. This is anti-balking right now. Until end of turn. Target creature you control becomes a forest. If there are 4 or more card types among cards in your graveyard, draw a card. So this has Delirium. No sense for X. Anti-changelings too, yeah. The mighty Boosh.
I like the chickens.
That is a mighty bush. Changelings hate anti-changelings. Everyone always mentions the changeling. Do we have an anti-X thing? No explanation for X. I swear to God, we have something like that.
Well, yeah, you have undefined X, but not on this card. It's not here.
Oh, not anymore. I guess it's because it's so damn common. The Abaking creatures.
Might be referencing the chickens.
Changelings can't attack you for the rest of the game. Oh, is that true? Abaking creatures you can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. Oh my God, it's permanent. It's completely permanent ability. Until end of turn, right? No. For as long that Abaking creatures can't attack you or planeswalkers you control. That's it. It's forever.
Sorry, Mutavault.
Yeah, screw over my Mutavault. Not bad for 1 mana. It's just a hard changelings hate card. Yeah, you can't do it for the rest of the game. Not bad for 1 mana. Oh man, this is... I hate cards like this because they're supposed to be until end of turn, but I guess it's legal. So we have to keep it. Yeah. So long, Boosh Boon. You boosh those changelings to non-existence. Okay, Spasm Veteran. This is a 5 mana 4/4 creature with no creature type. It's got Island Walk. It looks like it walked on the bottom of the ocean to get to the other side. When this creature enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you own, and all cards exiled with this creature. Ugh. Protection from white. What? As an ability? So it's gaining protection from white. Okay, we have to give it... in order to activate this, we have to give it protection from white. This creature deals 1 damage to target creature. Now, I don't understand this card. Do I have to use another card to give this thing protection from white in order to pay its activation? Or is it like as part of the cost, I'm just giving it protection from white? Protection as a cost. Now that's new design space. Red can be paid with black or blue. Spasm so hard it hurt your own permanence. Yeah. Bingo, missing subtypes and retired mechanic. Oh yeah, the Island Walk is a mechanic that's been retired.
Really?
Landwalk. Well, actually, I shouldn't say. No. You know what? We shouldn't say Landwalk has been retired. It's just not evergreen. But where is? What was the other one? Real still missing types and stats. Yeah, we don't creature. What creature? Looks like a zombie.
It's a Spasm Veteran.
But it's a Spasm Veteran. Hey, Yu Chan, welcome. How do you exile an exiled card? You exile it again. For good measure. Is Spasm Veteran having a spasm in the art as well? Probably. You just can't see it. They took a good picture with a very high shutter. Okay, it says creature. Yeah, it just says creature, but what's the creature type? See, guy, thanks so much for your super chats. First time catching the show live. Thank you, Nikachu, for your many great streams. Thank you so much, C Guy. And don't forget, we do these Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays at 9 a.m. If you're good for the morning shows. And with the super chat, we'll take a look at another card past our 1 hour mark. Read the reminder text in the middle. Okay, when this creature enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you own and all cards exiled with this creature. Red can be paid with either black or blue. Well, that has nothing to do with that middle ability. So basically, this is just like a one giant mechanic called the when this creature enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent you own and all cards exiled with this creature. Christopher B is like the absolutely removed from the freaking game forever zone. We probably need a new exile zone. I would love the ability to exile exiled cards. Or maybe we just need more cards that take cards from exile and put into somebody's graveyard because they're more powerful over there. Protection from white as a cost is actually relevant. If there are no other targets, it would have to ping itself to get it. The card is just confusing all around. 2 thumbs down to the Spasm Veteran. It can spasm itself back to the bottom of the ocean. Ooh, another frog guy.
Nice. Runes
of the Wilds. This is a 6-mana 4/4 frog beast. It's got flying. It all has death touch. All these frogs have death touch.
This one's wearing a skirt.
When this creature enters, gain control of target land. This feels like a blue card, because there's a few blue cards out there that's like Annex, for example, and red usually doesn't gain control of lands, usually blowing them up. Lightning says like this is Iber's big time. Wear celluloid collars and cuffs. Is a very well-dressed Runes of the Wild. Oh yeah, that's what it says at the top. Wear celluloid collars and cuffs. It's going to a party. It's got to look good for the party. Bingo, you win. Do we? No, we don't win. the you win bingo is for when we like I'll literally win the game. Card is like, if you control 5 lands, you win the game. To talk Nightmare, a tad expensive, but your opponent's Nykthos is looking rather froggy today. It's probably not. It's probably not expensive. Like for 4 mana, you have Avalanche Riders. So if you want to steal the land, it should be 6 mana. Okay, this is actually a legal card. Top down, 100%. All makes sense. Oh my god, the frog flies.
It's not impossible.
Well, I mean, you know, we have things called jump in this game. There's also sorts of like jump cards, which in flavor gives a creature flying until end of turn. I mean, if a frog is continuously jumping, I guess it is just always flying. His ability to always block creatures with flying and also can't be blocked except by creatures with flying. Stealing lands is a win? How is that a win? When this creature enters, gain control of target land. You could say any ability that's good for you is a win. It's a frog beast. It probably has bat wings or something. It might. Anything can fly with the right kind of catapult, including the goblins. All right, this is an excellent card. I think Commander players would love it. I would steal someone's Maze of Ith. Hidden Pit. This is a blue 2/1 human pirate. Whenever you cast a historic spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Hidden Pit. Untap it and put a +1/+1 counter on it. What? This requires a second take. Okay, it's legendary human pirate. Whenever you cast a historic spell, we put a +1/+1 counter on the Hidden Pit. We can untap it and put a +1. Oh, so we have 2 of them. That's all. So as we play like artifacts, this sounds broken. Now this might be busted with how do we abuse this? So cast historic spells. Yeah, so I'm just thinking with artifacts, we have to cast the historic spell. Kid Icarus powers up quick. we already got the Zybers bingo. Can't get a second Zybers bingo. 2 counters per spell seems really powerful. Yeah, so every single time I play an artifact, I'm just wondering, how do I draw cards? How do I keep this engine going? Maybe, oh, I know how to keep this engine going. Probably, what's it called? What's that? Do you remember that annoying enchantment? It was a Jeskai enchantment. Red, blue, white. Whenever someone casts a spell, untap all your creatures, and you get +1/+0 until end of turn, and you get to loot. Jeskai's Ascendancy. I think this is probably a great Jeskai Ascendancy card. It would be a super powerful Jeskai Ascendancy card. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I mean, it looks like it was built for Jeskai Ascendancy. It dangers, I guess. Well, it's probably a combo enabler. By itself, it's crap. I mean, you don't have any historic cards in your deck, and this card's borderline useless. There are pirates from Ixalan that had artifact synergy. Yeah, I mean, they love their... Yar, matey! Love their treasure, matey. With 2 instants, more efficacy of hardened scales and the like. You could do it.
Yeah.
Blue card in hardened scales, it seems awkward, though.
You'll make it work.
Yar! Me name is Hidden Pit. Give me all your counters, scallywags.
He is in a hole.
Oh, yeah.
He's ready to burst out of that hole.
Spear, yeah, but like, in a hole literally or figuratively? I think more figuratively. Sorry, more literally than figuratively. Blow Soul Ship the Lombard. Maybe this is what they meant below the Soul Ship. Yeah, well, it is a hidden pit. Not hidden to him. Is this all he does? Is like goes back to his pit? But they name him Hidden Pit because he lives in a hidden pit. No one knows where it is, but he takes selfies of himself and posts it on Instagram. Yar, no one find me Hidden Pit around here. Kind of interesting that multiples are still +2/+2 for 2. That's true. Okay, it's a pretty interesting card.
It's a card.
It's a card. In words, the city's berserked is left on no recognition for you. Sure there, Hidden Pit. Sure there. All right. The next few cards are compliments of our super chatters. Thanks to Captain Rumia because of the super chat. We'll take a look at 2 more cards. There's lots of AI generated cards to cover. So the first one we'll look at is Thousand Tender, Marvel's Morning, a 4-mana saga. Chapters 1, 2, 3, 4 say draw cards equal to the number of chapter counters on Thousand Tender, Marvel's Morning. Wow! I think this is the first time. This is the very first time a card acknowledges the number of chapter counters. Like the chapter counters mean something. Like it's almost a buff. Does nothing, wrong type of counter. Draws cards equal number of chapter counters. It's a chapter counter. As the saga enters, after you draw a step, add a chapter counter. I think it draws cards. It's going to draw a lot of cards. Okay, first off, you get to draw a card just off of it being like a card. It has an activated ability on top of everything. So when it enters the battlefield, you draw a card. Then you can instantly tap it to draw another card. And it's just that when you go up these chapters, you get more and more cards. I mean, I'm not going to say it's broken, because, like, what is it? 4 mana to draw 2 instantly, and people can interact with this until next turn. I honestly think that they could legally print this. I mean, I don't think... maybe I'm crazy. Yeah. Maybe I'm crazy. Because on the next turn, you get to draw 3 cards. On the next turn, you get to draw 4. And then the last turn, you get to draw 5. It draws 10 overall. Bankrupt this industry. Usually lore counters on sagas. Oh, is it? Is that true? Add a chapter count. Oh, maybe you're right.
So it's just making up new counters. That's all.
Well, actually, yeah, it did. This one specifies chapter counters. Urza Saga. Oops.
Still not doing nothing. Oh, there we go.
Urza Saga.
Oh, it is lore.
Add a lore counter. That is so weird. Why would it? But it was consistent too, which is like the bizarre part.
New tech.
Like it screwed up. It effed it up. And then it continued to F it up. 14 cards for 4 mana sounds like a blue thing to do. Bingo alert, is this... Okay, we'll say it danger. This is not the most it danger card, though. I mean, you would die to all these other AI-generated cards before you got the full 10 cards off of this thing. It's the most AI thing, but it's the most it danger thing that we have. Do we even have an it danger space?
Top left. Top left.
It's top left. Weren't the read ahead spells chapters? Ah, maybe that's the case. You'll deck yourself in limited? Probably not. You can afford 10 cards. Bingo alert, fake reminder text. Well, not in this case, because it acknowledged it's just a saga that adds chapter counters. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, hold on, wait, come on. Does this? Okay, now my brain hurts. Is this card going to instantly sacrifice its? No, it doesn't sacrifice itself. The how sagas work, if there's as many lore counters as there are chapter counters. So it is still, as a saga enters and after your draw step, add a chapter counter, sacrifice after 5. No, it's all playing by the same rules. The saga rules don't affect it. Then it looks like chapter rules will affect it. It will work anyway. Reminder text has no effect on rules. It's just there, well, to remind you of your stuff. Well, I'm gonna say that it bends the rules in this case. Chuck Number's like, this is kind of cool. Oh yeah, of course. Who doesn't want to draw 10 cards in their deck? Okay, this card works, in my opinion. Okay, we have Captain Rumia gets a second card called the Archon of Bony. Honestly doesn't look that bony, but we can't see behind the armor. So 2 mana, 5/6. What? It's a legendary Goblin Noble. Tap. This creature deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker and 1 damage to that opponent's controller. Holy moly! It's new Tarmogoyf. This basically competes with Tarmogoyf, I think, by today's standards. And it needs to be 6. You know, these days you need to have 6 toughness, or you can't survive anything these days. I'm going to deal 1 damage to your mother. Who controlled the player? This creature deals 2 damage to target player or planeswalker and 1 damage to that opponent's controller.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, the opponent's controller. Well, just in case someone mind-slave them or something. You know. So if you Emrakul your opponent, you take... That's right. You take 1 damage. There are niche situations where we are controlling other players. When she meets Tanya. Busted in real Magic, probably draft chaff in AI verse Magic. Probably. This is not the worst card though. 2 mana 5/6 is amazing. I don't even know if this is busted in real Magic. 2 mana 5/6 that has no ETB. Could be considered crap. 2 damage to target player or planeswalker. It doesn't even target creatures, which makes, I think, this type of card even worse. Will this even see play in Modern? Maybe not. Maybe not. It's hard to say. Although maybe Burn could use this upgrade. Actually, you know what? Probably Burn would play this card. Gets out of range of Dismember at least. This would really like define the power creep of Modern if this ended up getting printed in Modern. Chris says, after this was played against me, my PS5 controller stopped working. My boss does not support this card. It controls you. Everyone's mentioning the puppet master that's controlling their strings. Does not put death in play at the start of the game. Worthless goblin. Well, anyway, it is legal. It is legal, so we have to say it passes.
Is this combo with the Snoop?
It sort of no. Yes. You know what? You're right. It does actually work because this conspicuous Snoop specifically copies activated abilities of the Goblin on top of your deck, and it does have an activated ability. You're using combo a little liberally here, but it does have synergy with the thing. Okay, see, guy, thanks for your super chat. We'll take a look at another card. Thanks for enjoying my streams. This card's for you. It is the Pharaoh Beamers. So sphinxes with lasers. They have awakened an ancient Egyptian curse.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a 6-mana 3/2 creature with flying and menace. Whenever a creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 other target creatures. Okay, that's a legal card. As long as you have a black card in a graveyard, this is like not your graveyard, in a graveyard. You might have more than one graveyard, apparently. Or you have one of your black cards is in someone else's graveyard. This creature has pay a black, regenerate this creature. Holy crap, it's that from beginning to end, this card actually worked. Already got the missing subtype bingo. That is true, we did. It is Din. I guess that might be short for dinner. The zombie. Imagine those are the last words you hear as these giant sphinxes awaken up. You approach them, they open their eyes, laser beams come out. Lunchtime. Or no, it is Din. Bingo alert votes for it. This definitely votes for flying. Definitely a flying voter. It looked like they would all vote. Oh, we could have had the deeply one for that zombie. I think that had Island Walk.
Actually, we could have had Sprout for the dog one too.
Yeah, true. We've a lot of missed opportunities. This art is pretty rad. The art goes hardcore.
I like it.
Super hardcore. The flavor text forgot the closing quotation marks bother me. Oh yeah, that's right. It is Din. Or maybe someone was talking. Their mouth was full at the time. This can go infinite with persist somehow. Probably would not be the first infinite persist combo. Not that flying menace again. Yeah, J. Jonah Jameson. Actually, the AI likely ran out of space for text. Not really. Come on, the AI knows how to shrink the font.
Yeah.
It knows exactly how to do that.
I once tried to put a paragraph in the card title, for God's sake.
Sometimes it just runs on into the power and toughness, if necessary. So there's plenty of space in that power and toughness box. So move over there, power and toughness. If it's the dog, I'm thinking of the ones going to the border. I think they vote Death Goblin. For the previous one, you can control player using Mindslaver. Yeah, that's correct. Those dudes are pretty wall-eyed. Okay, Hexnort says, goes infinite with 2 persist creatures and a sack outlet, I think. Won't work with just one since you need to choose a target before you can revive the persist creature. Okay, moving on. We've got another Captain Rumia super chat. Thank you so much for your super chat, Captain Rumia. Extending the show. Everyone appreciates it. We got Moses Thorn Microman. This is a 2/2 creature. This creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. Well, so long there, Moses Thorn Microman. You can morph it. You might as well morph it and just keep it that way. Oh, actually, I don't know how much this matters, but you could morph it. Sorry, you morph it onto the battlefield as a 2/2, and then you unmorph it. You unmorph the card. Get at this. Into a 2/2. You know, the front side honestly is not that much different from the back. It is a creature. I mean, all these creatures with no creature type are basically morphs. No morphs, no cost to cast it. Oh, I guess you have to cast it for its morph cost, so it actually makes sense. Has no mana cost, so I have to morph it. You have no choice. Cool concept, but yeah. Now this is unexplored design space. Creatures with no casting cost that you are like forced to morph, like you have to do it, and then you can unmorph it. Although morphing this, so like the creature enters with 2 -1/-1 counters on it. I'm not gonna say it's impossible. You could cascade into the Moses Thorn card and then just dies instantly. It's funny, you're actually punished for casting these cards. So if you play as foretold and cast this card, you are getting punished because it's gonna enter with 2/-1/1 counters and just die instantly. Doesn't get the -1/-1 counters if morphed. Nope. Because when you morph, it's already in play. Like, it's not leaving the battlefield and coming back. It's just flipping up. So it's already in play, and that trigger won't trigger. That flavor text reads like the Iron Man quote. He engineered at a cave of rage, an offering for a goblin's blasted altar. Mercenaries in the eye. Yeah, I guess so. There were mercenaries in that cave. He blasted them all away. Tony Stark built this thing in a cave with a box full of scraps. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not Moses Thorne Microman.
Not many people are.
Yeah, it doesn't enter. With a box of scraps. One of my favorite quotes of all time. Does this creature need to be face up first in order to morph it? No, it needs to be face down first to morph it. That's how morph works. You pay 3 generic mana and it comes into play as a 2/2 nothing. And then what is it? Who knows? And then all of a sudden it transforms. But it just turns face up. I've loved paying 5 mana for 2/2 vanillas. Who doesn't? Okay, I wouldn't say it's Zabers, but it's a legal card. We got Tripper Tasker. I had a real life nightmare about Coplings died the Pega. There were goblins dying around me, and I was trying to find a Pega to stop it. Oh my god. When AI generated cards become somebody's, squeeze into somebody's dream. I think if you reached for the fleshes, you would have successfully found the Pega. Okay, next up we got Egypt Tong. It is a contraption land. What does that even mean? I don't even know. Pay 1 tap, return to your hand, add 3 mana in any combination of colors. Whenever chaos ensues, destroy target non-creature. Whoa. It's acknowledging chaos ensues. I think it's acknowledging chaos ensues in the right way though. Because chaos ensues is an actual mechanic in Arch Enemy.
Oh.
So it's being used in the right context in this. Bingo. It's whenever chaos. No, but it doesn't mention it's still a land. Return what to your hand? You return this card to your hand. I assume it's like just like when enters the battlefield, this is return to hand. So you have to pay 1, tap this card, and return it back to your hand. So you're netting a mana out of this because you paid 1. You're tapping this land, which is your land drop. You return this land back to your hand. So you basically spent 2 to get 3. It's a super fair Black Lotus. I thought it was in Plane Chase. No, it is in Plane. Yeah, Chaos Ensues is a Plane Chase thing. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry. Not Arch Enemy, Plane Chase. I don't play either of them, so I mix up those names all the time. Yeah, it's Chaos Ensues on the bingo card. Yeah, it is, but we've done it. This, honestly, I wouldn't even qualify this for Chaos Ensues. Chaos Ensues is for some, like, big pile of mess. You personally return to your hand. No, I think this card returns back to hand. Well, what does Contraption mean? I don't know what spice that gives this card. My favorite plane, the Egypt Tong. I'll tell you what else is in Egypt Tong. It's the Pharaoh Beamers. This actually, you know what this gives me? It gives me vibes of War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah,
those big things. Yeah, the big machines that zap people and kill them. That's basically what's happening here. It is from another world, the world of Egypt, which is Earth anyway.
Everybody's saying still land.
It's or not. Where does Where does it say that? Return to your hand whenever chaos ensues. It doesn't mention it at all. Contraption from an unset, if I recall. Yeah, I know contraption comes from the unsets. I just don't know what it does. Also goes to show how much people care about contraptions. Contraptions are it's a separate deck where you have sprockets used by the riggers. Okay, maybe I don't. Okay, I guess is this like part of that deck then? It's neat. It's a self-bouncing land that might be useful to get you landfall every turn. There we go. Some people are thinking about landfall. There's some landfall people out there. That's all they care about. Contraptions were one of the first extra decks. Well, I guess so you can pull this from your extra deck. We're going Yu-Gi-Oh! We're stealing from Yu-Gi-Oh! I heard you like extra decks, said Wizards of the Coast. It's So here's your extra deck. Only in Infinity, though. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much. This card is legal, actually. It is legal. So, as usual, we got to thank... well, before we thank people, I'll let everyone know, Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, these shows are at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks to everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron, a member on YouTube, or use Super Chat to be part of the show, or even Super Chat so other people are part of the show, or to extend the show. And of course, thanks to everybody for your colorful commentary. People like, we got Tletna, Little Deadfly, Kano, Nondescript, Cat, Mercenary, Finn Grinder, The Damn Draws, Old Boy, Dono, Lorezio, Benjamin Berkey. We got Rav, Rick Sizu, Lightning SB, and many more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. And my Zyber Nation, we're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.